Good morning and welcome back to The Infected. This is episode 40 and winter has just hit. We are on day 149, 6:20 p.m. and I am doing all the prep work that I need to do to get ready to go to the trader. My truck is almost completely filled with cement. I don't remember exactly where it is and where it isn't filled with cement. However, my mixers are very close to empty. So I'm in the process of refilling all of this stuff so that I can go to the trader. Today is going to be all about going to the trader, buying the last, or at least what I can afford, of the last of the supplies we need to fully upgrade this base. Specifically, one thing I would really like to get for sure is the water bill. It's nice that it's winter now because everything will be frozen over and I'll know exactly where to put these, although I've already got a pretty good idea on where I want to put that. Let me pull up the map. Much earlier in an episode, I was driving along here, and I believe it's right here is where the waterfall is. It might be right here. I don't actually remember, but I think I'm going to put mine right there. So really, objective for today, build more batteries as always, keep my mixers going, go to the store to buy... Oop, I meant to do this. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Go to the store to buy the tech that I need and make some of the... I'm sorry, I'm blanking on it. Side note, today is this is a super busy week for me. There's a lot more going on than I normally have, both at work and in my own private life. So unfortunately, these videos are going to be a little bit shorter and I am a little bit more disjointed just because I'm a bit harried. Anyway, watermill. That's the word I was trying to say. Apologize for the confusion. Let's do that. Anyway, hope you guys are all doing well today. I am excited to be here and I'm excited to be playing and I am excited to make some progress. So let me go ahead and refill my stats. My dude needs some water and I need to make sure that I've got some food with me. It is late at night. I might wait till tomorrow to go. I might not. Part of what I'm thinking is that the amount of... I need to go back. I haven't had the time to do the prep work. In order to make more batteries, of course, I need more plastic. In order to make more plastic, I don't have any here. I need a lot of wood chips and a lot of oil. Actually, the oil's over here. Yeah, so I got 29 oil left. Whoa. And then I think these guys are working. So they've got some. Yeah, off camera, what I did is I went out to where my oil extractors are and I pulled some, and I pulled the oil shale, and I went and got, let me show you where it's at. I pulled the oil shale and I put down some more extractors. You know, what I'll do is after I'm done going to the trader, I will go ahead and run out to these extractors just to show you where they're at. Although not a lot of time in game has gone by. Basically, I dropped them off, I drove back here, I saved game, and that's it. So I'm at the trader, but I cannot find... The music is still playing. I guess it just started to subside. Okay, never mind. I was going to say I have killed 3 of the 4 zombies. I can't find the 4th guy. The music keeps playing, but it just finally stopped. So I don't know if he's disappeared, despawned, or what the deal is. Anyway, it is gone. I hit a couple of zombies on the way here. I took out the zombies that were already here. I got everything like below this line. This is all stuff that I recovered, and I got a lot of shale, which is kind of cool. Now, you're wondering, why am I carrying so many planks? It's because I realized a long time ago, if I'm hauling this much cement, I should just have made one of these log carts. And I've got enough to make the log cart and to make the shelves that are the storage chests that need to go on it. So I've got all of that prepared finally. I don't know why it took me so long to to think of this idea. I should have done it a long time ago. I mean, and I use these back at the base all the time. Why I didn't think to bring them with me, I have no idea. But I got it all set up and we are ready to start unloading all of the cement. Now this thing is 100% full. Let me grab that and then dump all of this stuff because there is no... Oh, I did just check all of my biofuel beforehand. There's no need to... There we go. Carry that stuff with me. Okay. And I am going to stop with the whole running overweight because now that I've got 2 of these, it should be really easy. Or 2 of these chests. It should be much easier. What's up? How you doing? Okay, so let's take a look at what there is to buy. There's Iron Stomach, which is kind of nice. I don't know. At this point, really, most of my food is just to try and get stats. Although it would be convenient not to have to. You also don't have to be hungry to eat. You can just do whatever. I am going to buy this last one just so it's complete, and I'm thinking about putting some paintings and stuff up. I haven't done it. It's this stuff I'm more interested in. Like I mentioned before, I'm really interested in getting this watermill. If I've got enough money, I might get some of the other stuff. I don't know. The saw bench is the only thing I'll probably ever use. I'll make a gas generator just to be complete, and I'll make a same thing with this high workbench, just to be complete, particularly since I've got a place where I've got all of my workbenches together, but it's not a high priority for me. You know what I didn't look at was I have $204. Interestingly, most of that money, since the last time I've been at the trader, has come from killing zombies. They either attack my base. Can I get everything? Nope. They either attack my base, or I've been out, looting or doing whatever. Like when I set up my oil extractors, I ended up fighting a lot of zombies while I was out there. Move all. Sell. All right, we're already up to $844, and that's only 2 of the 12 stacks. So I will sell the rest of the stuff and then show you where I'm at when I'm done. All right, I have the last batch of cement. That took less time than I really should have gone through and created the cart a long time ago. The cart with the trailer. This thing right here, because this was so much easier. I really should have done it. Anyway, let's see where we're at. Come on, fingers. 320 gives us over 4,000 gold. That's fantastic. Let's go back to buy. We're going to start by, we're going to start by buying just this thing, so I've got it. And I know that I want the watermill, so let's go ahead and look at the watermill. $2,500 left. I could buy all of this. And I don't know. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't know why I keep hitting that sell button. I think it's just a habit. Let's just go ahead and buy. Yeah, so I've got all of that. The only thing left is just to buy Iron Stomach and Energy Boost, $900. I don't have enough to buy it now. I've already got 244, so that leaves me $656 to buy it. I'll make that pretty quickly. At some point, I'll do that. Not a super high priority, but basically we are done. Just these 2 things, and then everything else is done. We're good. Bye. It's been great doing business with you. I appreciate you buying all of my cement. It has been fabulous. I hope you do well. I hope you stay safe, and come and visit Mike and I sometime. We're building a fabulous base if you want to, hang out and do whatever. Mike's bored. He needs a friend. Come on. All right. So where are we going to go now? Actually, where am I going to leave this? I am going to leave this right there, and I'm going to get in my truck. So I'm obviously right here right now. I'm going to drive all the way down here to where my extractors are, and I'm going to show you what I've got with the extractors, and then I'm just going to completely empty everything I've got with the extractors, or everything I've got in the extractors. Sorry, should have shut the door. Hey, frog. All right, I am getting close. I decided not to try and take the truck up here just because I had to drive through that forested area, and I kept running into stuff. I just said, forget it. It's easier to run through by foot. So that's what I'm doing. Although I am keeping my eye out for any vambies. I don't see any right now. Oops. Looks like my dude needs to eat some more. Let me just eat some bacon, because bacon is delicious. And I want to get enough food just to get my stamina 100% back up. Now, I think the last time I showed you this, guys, I had only built 2. Now, I've obviously stepped up my game, and I have 6 going right now, looking for vambies, make sure I'm not getting hit from behind. I am just going to be dumping this stuff. I have no need for it. All I really want is the oil shale. I have no need for the sandstone. I mean, I know I could build something out of it, but I haven't really found anything that I like the way it looks, so I don't mess with it. Yes, confirm all. Let's take that. You know what I just realized is, I hope this isn't super heavy, because I don't want to have to make lots and lots of trips. Although I can dump some of this other stuff that I got from the zombies. You know, what I should do is take the time to figure out what the drop rate is on the shale versus the sandstone, because in most cases it looks like the sandstone comes out more often than the shale does. So I'm just curious if that ends up being true or not. That was the first one. Yeah, there it is. So let's see. Make sure nobody's sneaking up on me. I mean, I guess I could just run back to my truck, but... So let's see, this is what I've got. I think there was some already in here. I don't remember. Some from zombies that I killed on the way here and from when I was in the city. So I didn't quite get 49, but I got quite a bit. Let me make sure I'm headed the right direction. Yeah, my truck is that way. So that's a good amount. I'll be able to get my oil mixers or my oil extractors running again to be able to convert that into... Hey, buddy, I see you. Convert that into oil, both of you over there. Do I have enough endurance just to sprint past him? Let me make sure I'm going the right way. Yeah. I'm just going to blow past you and drive home. By the way, one thing I wanted to mention was that when I showed you the oil earlier, I had forgotten that I'd gone ahead and made a lot of plastic. So I have a ton of plastic back at my base, enough to be able to make all of the batteries that I need to make. So, not... Oh, come on, make this turn. Not to worry for being able to make batteries today. I have enough for today. I just don't have enough for tomorrow. So I may end up having to go to an every other day, or I may have to spend quite a bit of time off camera, just letting time progress or doing other stuff. How do I... Okay. I need to memorize this map, too. It takes as many hours as I've played this game, I would have this map memorized, but I don't. Anyway, not to worry, lots of plastic, can make lots of batteries, and it will be good for today. And what am I going to do for the future related to batteries and oil? I have no idea, but I've got the means for it to come in. Maybe I'll take the time to loot anyway, even though I've got the Master Crafter perk. Maybe I won't. We'll just see. We'll see what happens. We are back at the base, and I am in the process of making my electrical parts so that I can make my batteries. And I've got this down, well, if I hit the right buttons, I've got it down to a pretty good system. I've got all my stuff obviously stashed away, and I figured out the maximum amount that I can carry at any given time. And that is going to... That should be correct. Oh, I see. I'm off by... my spacing is off by a little bit. There we go. So when I fill this up, I grab enough copper that it fills this up halfway, and then I come over and grab cobalt, and the cobalt fills it up the rest of the way. No, I don't want all of that. I just want the cobalt. There we go. Yeah, so that makes sense. So this is what it looks like when I'm done. Come over here and select 1, 1, 1. That gives me electrical parts, and for some reason they always drop on the ground. And let's see, does that confirm? Does that come to 28? Yeah, it comes to exactly 28, which is, or I'm sorry, 48. Which is exactly what I need. Now, if I did this correct, and I'm hoping I did because I actually did it a bit ago, and I don't really remember. Everything should be located in here, so it's just a... Ooh, I forgot to check my power level, darn it. Yeah, so I just did the one battery. We're sitting at a battery capacity of 129,000. So I wish I'd have thought of that before I looked in there, before I started adding the parts, but I didn't. I wonder why the dev has it set up so you have to hit E every single time. My inventory should be empty. Cool. Yeah, look at that. There we go. Let me... Fifth floor lights. Turn that off. Because I'm just about done. Yeah, 147,000. So almost 150,000, which means we've got just over 150,000. Or, excuse me, just over 100,000 left to go to hit the 250,000 mark. So I'd like to take a second and talk a little bit about power generation. One thing that's been pointed out in a couple of comments is that the way that I'm producing power is not the most efficient way to do it. And I wanted to say that is absolutely correct. I completely agree with you. I create power in this game this way because really what I'm shooting for is entertainment, not efficiency. Now, let me explain a little bit more with a spreadsheet that I have created. Basically, I've set up a spreadsheet to show two different methods for producing power. We have method one, which uses wind turbines and solar panels and advanced batteries. That's what I've done. Again, just because I think what I'm doing is creating entertainment, not necessarily showing optimized design, okay? Also, I wanted to point out, I really do appreciate the comment. In no way am I criticizing anybody making a comment about that. You are 100% right. The way this second method is way more efficient than the first method, which is what I have been using up to this point. That is that you use a wind turbine and solar panels to produce power during the day and when it's windier, and you save the excess power in batteries. Now, a couple of things to start off with. Wind turbines, nowhere in the game does it say that it produces 40 power in, or 40 watts in a wind turbine. That is just from my own observation. I don't think that it produces any more than that, but it certainly produces a lot less when the wind speed goes down. Solar panels produce up to 40 watts. It does say that in the game, but it doesn't, or however, it doesn't produce power at night, which is why you need the batteries. Now, I have what I would consider to be a fairly reasonable setup using turbines and solar panels if I wanted to produce about 400 watts or 1400 watts of power. One thing I also want to explain is that because these are not 100% efficient, we're not producing power 100% of the time, I've given this a 60% efficiency rating, meaning that I take the power output, the 40 watts, and multiply it by 60%, which is how I eventually get to this number right down here. The alternative method, and which is the most efficient method, is to use the water mills. Water mills produce 350 watts of power, constant power, so there's no need for batteries. They also cost a bit more at 1,500 coin, so often that makes them a little bit later purchase in the game, or at least maybe mid-game, because of that additional cost. Whereas you can start these with just a couple of tech points, okay? Now, if we were going to produce 1,400 watts of power with the wind turbines, all I need is 100 iron, 40 aluminum, 32 lead, 24 copper, 100 mechanical, and 60 electrical parts. On the other hand, if I use the 29 wind turbines and 29 solar panels and 5 batteries, I'd need 261 iron, 465 aluminum, 185 lead, 146 copper, and 232 cobalt. 0 mechanical parts and 40 electrical parts. So in comparison, you'll need a lot more ingots of metal to make power this way, as compared to here, you need a lot more mechanical parts and a modicum more electrical parts. It does not take that long. You could spend 3 days looting and get that amount of mechanical and electrical parts without any difficulty. However, if you have to go into the cave and come up with 185 ingots, or not even ingots, just lead ore, and then smelt it all, that is going to take you a significant amount of time. So again, just reacting to, or just explaining my thought process, I'm creating power this way because it is my intention was for this to be more entertaining, not necessarily efficient. If you're playing this game and you want to be efficient, absolutely method 2 is the best way to go. And again, not criticizing everybody. I appreciate those comments because I think you are absolutely right in what you're saying is spot on. But I just wanted to share that in case you had never taken the time as a gamer to figure out which is more efficient. I've got it laid out here. You can create your own spreadsheet and come to your own conclusions. But I think after playing this for a while, you'll determine that the watermill is really the way to go. I asked a video or two ago if you guys had any suggestions or any buildings or anything that you guys consistently build. And somebody came back with an idea that I really, really liked, and that is to build a library. And I think this will be the perfect spot for it. And my own little, the story in my head with this game, let me load them up over here actually, is that, this worldwide apocalypse happened. We've got Vambies running around. And we need to save knowledge about what's going on, not necessarily what's going on in the world, but things we learned. And what better way to do that than to build a library? Now, I think that in real life, I think that would be fantastic. If there was some kind of apocalypse, I would be all over that. I think that would be a great idea. I say that now. We'll actually see what happens if I have to protect myself. But all that being said, I've decided I would really like to build a library, and I did not mean to put that piece right there, but I did some practicing to lay this out a bit, so I am going to go ahead and just jump into the design. Okay, and let me think. So solid, and we need a window here. I discovered a while ago that there's this free build mode, And if I'm going to build something and I don't really want to take the time while I'm recording to figure out what a build is going to look like, sometimes I will build it ahead of time using that free build just so that I can figure out exactly what I want and avoid some of the problems. Now, what I did is I got basically to the point where I built this and a little bit more in the free mode and decided this is kind of the direction I want to go. Let's delete that because I didn't mean to hit that, but I figured out, you know, a little bit more how I want to lay it out. Let me add the stairs because this is going to be a 2-story building. Stairs. Let's go with this guy. There we go. Now, on my inventory, I have tons and tons of nails. I don't have tons and tons of planks, but I have a machine over here that makes planks for days, which is fantastic. I plan on making a lot of use of this. I also grabbed a bunch of plant fiber because I know that this game, or a lot of the books and stuff like that will take a fair amount of plant fiber. Go, 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 go. Well, that took longer than I thought. Oh, I should have just come over here and dumped it into my... Oh, you know, I changed the design. I forgot I wasn't going to put a window there anymore because I was going to put the stairs there and I forgot. Oops, let me go around this way and build these. This is going to be the little... Oh, I'm out of planks already. This is going to be the bathroom. I figure every library, every public building needs a bathroom. And so I built mine right in as, you know, part of the design process. You need more? Yeah, you do. There we go. Okay, now let me just grab this guy and run it over here. Okay, now this should be pretty quick. Oh man, you just go through planks so fast. Uh-oh. Now I'm gonna see if they come back here and bother me. I assume you guys can hear the music. I don't think they're gonna get back there, and I've got plenty of defenses up there. If they get back here, I will be shocked. And I'm already out. That is crazy. I'm gonna have to get 2 sawmills down here just for this. I'm kidding. Once I've done this, I won't need it anymore. Actually, I don't expect that I'll get to the 2nd floor today. But if, you know, or when I get to building the 2nd floor, I think what I'll do is just do, bring a bunch of them, pre-cut a bunch of planks so that it's all prepared a little bit more. There we go. Shoot, was that 4? I think it was 4. Oh, one more. Super creepy music. There we go. All right, I need 5 more planks there and 8 more planks there. Okay, you're working good. There we go. By the way, I still have not done anything with those stairs that go up there. I haven't decided what to do. I want to make a lookout tower, but it's not going to happen this episode. I need to come up with a better plan. But I don't know what that plan is. If I did, I'd already have the plan. All right, there we go. Nice, nice, nice. So the way that this is going to work is that a person's going to come into the library, and basically, because I can't, unfortunately, the one set of bookshelves that you can use in this game, or all of these sets of bookshelves, are for holding iron ingots. You can put books on top, but you can't put books on the actual shelves themselves, which is unfortunate. It means I don't want to use these because I think it'll just look silly to have a bookshelf with only books on the very top. So I'm going to try something different. What I've decided to go with is this table right here. Now, my thinking is that, let me see, we come in here and we're going to set up a couple of rows. Oh, the music stopped. That's a good sign. They must have died on my spikes. Or despawned. There we go. Okay. That flicker is hard to look at. There we go. Considered putting something around the outside wall, but I haven't come up with anything yet. What I do plan on putting on here is some nice wall art. I don't want to do a museum like I did last time, but I think this will look cool. So what I need is planks and nails. I got a lot of nails. Still not tons of planks, though. There we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let me fill this thing up again, and then let me take a drink of water. Let's finish off the last of my bacon. Thought I got something to drink. Maybe I didn't. Oh, I see. This one's empty. There. Gonna have enough nails. Gonna need more planks. Whoa, keep running into that wall. Not doing that again. I run out already? I thought I'd grab more than that. Guess not. Oh well. I guess I'm just gonna have to sit and wait for a second. Instead of... Oh, I didn't show you this. What I brought down was all of my plant fiber because the books tend to use a lot of plant fiber. I don't think they use that though. Okay. Now let's come in here. We've got a couple of different choices for types of books. Inventory, placeable, decor, books. Let's just build one of each to see what they look like. Okay. Let's put this on the outside. Meaning, when I say outside, I'm referring to like a center line. Never mind. It's probably self-explanatory. Just ignore that. Not that. Decor. This is what the second set of books look like. And then let's try it one more time with the third set of books. I wish it would stay on this. Oh, there's 4 sets. What am I thinking? I don't remember how much I said there was. Oh, and I didn't realize I'd done that twice. I am a plethora of mistakes today. Set. No. Okay. Now I think this all takes plant fiber. Yeah, so that looks cool. Those are a little more detailed. These are a little more generic. But that's okay. They look good. I like them. Let's see. Maybe I'll move them a little. You know what? I'll spread the pattern out a little bit. All right, it is next day. It is snowing, but I don't think we've got a blizzard coming in. At least it's still 15 degrees outside. Let me show you the progress that I made. I was able to get the stuff to make the fire pots, and I wanted to turn all of this on. And these guys, whatever they're called, oil lamps. Yeah, I wanted to be able to work this before the sun really came out, and it got super bright outside. That's it. Okay, so let me show you what it looks like from above. Yeah, I still need to get that thing working. I just haven't, my inventory was completely full, and I went through a lot of plant fiber to make all of those books, but I think it looks really cool. It's a really neat idea. Now, the next thing I need to do, I put doors on, by the way, is I want to put a couple of chairs in here, or just someplace for somebody to sit. And I hadn't decided what I was going to do ahead of time, so, you know, I didn't bring the materials, but like I said before, I didn't have a lot of inventory space. Let's take a look at the furniture again. Let's go for living room, because I think what we're going to need is probably some chairs. That's kind of a cool looking chair. Takes a couple of copper ingots, a lot of, I don't know. Are we going to go for more of a modern look? Maybe. Let's see, what about that guy? It's certainly cheaper. Takes more cloth, but doesn't take any copper. Let's drop this guy right here. People can come and sit there. I don't think I've got any of the materials. Oh, I've got nails. Okay. Now let me grab some planks, since I've got some of those. 6. I think that was it. I hope it wasn't 8. I think it was 6. But I don't have any of the plant fiber. Yeah, I don't, or any of the cloth on me, which is unfortunate. So over here, let's see. Do I have enough space? I don't know if I will. I think I might block the entrance. But I'd love to be able to put a chair right here. Furniture. Dining room. Well, you know what I'll do is I'll just put some of these chairs right here. Just so people can sit down and chill or do whatever. I'm going to need more planks. Oh, I finally went through all those nails. Actually, that's a bit misleading. I actually had a lot of nails, but when I was dropping stuff off, I went and dropped off a bunch of the remaining nails I have. I'm surprised Mike hasn't refilled those yet. I wonder what he's doing. I wonder if he's glitched. I haven't actually seen him running around too much. There we go. Come over here. And yeah, I'll have to run and get more nails. I am definitely short nails. Now, what am I going to need right here? Or what am I going to put right here? Placeable furniture. Probably not dining room. Let's go for... I don't know. I can't see a beanbag. That doesn't seem like a good idea. A rocking chair. Maybe. I think I'm going to go with these guys, even though they take 2 iron ingots. We're just going to have a little thing right here where you can sit here. And you can sit there. And then let's see if we can find a little table to put in between them. Decor. Oops, furniture. Not that guy for sure. Dining room. That's all too big. Although that would be... Oh, you know, that's actually pretty good. Okay, what do you need? All right, I need 7 more planks. Do you need planks? Yeah, I'm just going to grab some planks and fill that up. Do I have... Oh, I did. What am I short? Okay, I'm short 5 iron ingots. I'll need to remember that when I come back. What was I working on? Oh, yeah, grab more planks. Let's get all the planks that we can, and then I'm going to put together a list of everything I need so I can run back. What time is it, by the way? 9 a.m. Kind of an overcast day. Full. Nails. You don't need... Oh, I do need plank. Oh, I've got screws. I thought that was planks. Okay, that's it. All right, I need 5 iron ingots. I need 10 iron... I'm sorry, I need 10 iron ingots, 5 iron fragments. I need a bunch of nails, a bunch of cloth, and some copper. Okay, I think I've got everything I need. I thought about writing it all down, and I said, nah, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to run and grab a bunch of stuff. Ah, look at that. Nice. I'm sure I've got everything I need for that. Nice. Plenty of places to sit and heal. Okay. There we go. Yeah, we got everything we needed, including that for the fire pot. So this is what it looks like right now. I brought this thing in here just because I knew it was getting cold and I could turn it on. Oops, you cannot put planks in there. At least I've never tried. I assume you can't. It'd be pretty silly. All right. Oh, that's right. I dropped my lighter off somewhere else and I wanted the maximum capacity. I got to go back and get it. Now I can't light that. Oh, well. Anyway, this is what this looks like for right now. I'm going to put a lowered ceiling in so that we can have a second floor, and I'm going to come up with the second floor. But before I do that, I am going to make the bathroom. Let's go to the bathroom furniture settings, or bathroom area. Now, we're not taking a bath here. This is a public... Oh, you know what it would have been cool? Is if I could have had like 2 toilets right here and divide them up. But the problem is I can't put a barrier between the 2. And there's no way to put a door. Like I'd love to have a door that separate them. like a door for a stall here and a door for a stall here. But I don't think there's any way to do that. I can take this floor out and make walls separating them, but again, then there's no door. I don't know. I think what we'll do is we are going to put the toilet here as far away from the glass door. I know I didn't talk about this on camera. I was thinking about it before I started recording, but there are not a lot of there are some choices for doors in the game, obviously. Door. There we go. Oh, I'm already on it. But everything has got glass in it except for the big double industrial looking one, the garage door, which would be ridiculous to have in front of a bathroom. And then this old wooden door, which I didn't really like. So I just went with something that's got a window in it because that was the best choice I had. I don't have clay. I got the planks and I don't have any more iron. So is that straight? If it's not straight up, I don't think it is straight, but I'll straighten it up when I get done. Let's go ahead and put a sink in here. Sink. Oh, yeah, that's right. I got to go back to furniture, bathroom, sink. Gonna put one in right. Is that straight? Right there. Okay. And drop off whatever I've got. Yeah, I'll take the time to figure this off camera, and we'll actually probably build this off camera. There's one more thing I want to drop into place before I end the video, and that is that I need water back here. I need to be able to, I'm going to put some sinks back here so that I can get water. Like I'm thinking about putting a sink right here. Now I would normally put a water fountain, but of course we don't have the water fountain, so this is going to work instead. Is it kitchen? Yeah, this guy right here. Actually, I'm going to put him a little farther out. Right there. And like I said, I'll build all of that off camera. But what I want to do is I want to drop a water pump right here if I can. What's it called? Not water pump. It's called a water house. Can I fit it in this area? It would appear not. That's too bad. That would have been a perfect spot for it. Out of the way. I could run all my plumbing to it. Let me get out of that. And let me get out of there. So what's the next best spot? Since that's not going to work. Maybe here? Yeah, let's try this. Placeable, other. Oh, I thought we could have. That would have fit in there. Yep. Oh, I can't put it on a foundation. I forgot. All right. Well, since it won't let me put it here, I think we'll go with. Well, plan C is to put it out of the way back here. What am I running into? There. Right there. That's where it's going to go. We're going to have to put power right here or something like that. I don't have any of that stuff, but and again, it's time for me to end this video. I will make that off camera and I will show you in the next video when I have got it all done. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate it. And if you enjoyed it, please consider hitting the like button. And if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing for more. Have a good day, and remember, game on.